Hello, my name is Lori Olson, and I am going to take a few minutes tonight to help familiarize you with some of the tools that you're going to want right away. So we have a lot of tools, which is fantastic because you don't have to recreate the wheel, but it also can be overwhelming to people sometimes because there are so many resources available. But the biggest thing is we just want you to be able to navigate and be able to find them easily as you need them. Don't ever hesitate to reach out to your sponsor, upline, or myself if you can't find something. I know that I've had to do this before, but as we evolve, we keep getting more and more organized and synchronized for you. So there will be lots of different things you'll reach for along your journey. Whether you're a brand new associate right now or you're much more seasoned, you're going to find the following resources very helpful. So below this video, there are links to the direct resources that I'm talking about, but also I'm going to be showing them all to you in one place. So the things that we're going to for sure go over are the daily checklist. So like kind of your daily method of operation. You sit down to work. What should I be doing? Some social media and social shareables available from Isagenix and us. How to access the Penny app. The Penny app is a CRM that is there to help organize really people, whether they're customers, prospects, associates, and keeping up with coaching them, helping them alongside their journey. And then also all of this is going to be in one place I absolutely love, and I'm going to show you, and it is called the Boards app. So the link to all of those, and I can't remember if I said the leader in action sheet, I'll be going through that too, are below this video, but you're going to be able to find them all also in the Boards app. So I would suggest watching this video as I go through the Boards app before you download it, and then download the Boards app afterwards, and you may want to go through it again. So below is the link to download the Boards app. It's works on both Android and iPhones. And on desktop actually. And then after you download it, click on the link to the board with all the content that we have for you. So the Boards app is content that's accessible to you through your keyboard on your phone. So similar to how you have the emojis downloaded to your phone, so you can use emojis all the time, or GIFs. That is the same way or very similar you're going to use Boards. However, it has videos and product images and before and afters and verbiage. It's like going to blow your mind. Okay. So that's what I'm going to show you here next, and refer to those different tools that I mentioned to you before. So like I said, you can use it on the desktop, but I'm going to show you through my phone since that's how you're most likely going to be using it most of the time. So let me share my screen. Okay. So this is on my phone. It's an app on my phone. So I clicked and opened the app. Once I opened the app, it either asks me to create a board or it gives me access to a board that I've downloaded. So hopefully you've downloaded our ISA Master Board. All you have to do is click on the link and it's going to open it up for you, and it's going to be there in your Boards app. So this is like an all-inclusive board, as much as I can think of so far anyway, that we just keep updating with content, and I am trying to organize it in an effective way for you. That's probably the hardest part. So you may find some things that are repeated in areas, but I feel like that's better than scrounging to find things. So there in the Boards app, I organized it with folders. So you're looking at the board, all of those topics are folders, which have folders within them. So sometimes I think people aren't realizing how much is available to them because they're not actually looking further into the folder. So I'm going to walk you through that a little bit. When you download the Boards app, make sure you allow it to access your keyboard, because that's the whole purpose and the function from it. I do want to note that this is a view only document to you guys, because if we want to make it universal and accessible to everyone, we can't have everyone being a copy, allowed to be able to be an admin, meaning they could delete things, edit things. That's what I was looking for, not copy, but edit things. So if that happened, they would all get messed up all the time. So for that case, you're going to realize the best way for you to use it is through your keyboard. All right, so on here, you see lots of folders. I'm going to start out with some obvious ones that you're probably going to want often. And obviously, you can find the contact Isagenix information at isagenix.com or Google it, but we're trying to put as many things in one place for you so you can access them. So that has contact information for their phone number, to do the virtual assistants chat, when the hours are, etc., and the address. And then of course, a lot of these, as you look at them, seem self-explanatory, but you'll just want to kind of look through them. But where you want to start is probably going to be in the tracking section here. And then we're going to be looking at social media a little bit. Okay. So as you're working along, as you're getting the ball rolling, I'm sure your sponsor or coach is making suggestions of texts and reach outs, maybe some social media posts. I do highly suggest you work with them as your partner, because they've been doing this a while and can help you compose things in a great way that will be and make ideas and a plan and a strategy, and even just like wording as you're reaching out to people, etc. And then most importantly, help for when you have interest. Because right now, if you're just getting started, your whole goal is literally to generate interest and bring those interested people and introduce them to your sponsor, okay? Or your upline leader that's doing the business, whether that's through a messenger chat, text, phone call. That is the goal. And they'll tell you the best way to do that. What I want you to realize is there's all of these tools that they have access to as they're coaching you along. So let's go to this tracking folder. And inside the tracking folder, you have what I mentioned earlier, the daily checklist for Isagenix. This was not made by Isagenix. This was made, I believe, by Susan Wheeler a long time ago and updated by Tiffany Keller. So this is things that associates who are working in the field put together as daily methods of kind of operation. So when you open it up, I mean, I can zoom it in, but the main areas we're working on each day are prospecting. Later, you'll get into team building if you're not already, like how do you grow your team, customer care, social media, and then miscellaneous, which isn't unimportant. It's just not falling in one of those categories, like personal development and, checking your back office and things like that. So I know everyone's got different hours that they're spending. Some of this you're going to realize is it becomes like innate. So for example, social media. It has birthdays, a personal post in your stories, or a video or reel, or a regular post, also plan for the following day. Like those things are just like natural for me. I don't even need a checklist, because that's like part of like my DNA at this point. Birthday messages, making new friend requests, checking on, in HHP, our other groups, Team Synergy, or your other team pages, basically being engaged, right? And then up at the top, most important that you're going to want to really get going and is write down 3 to 5 things you're grateful for. This gets our mind in the right place. So we write down 3 to 5 things, and it's in yellow because it's non-negotiable, okay? Because your energy is everything. Do your reach outs, connect with, as you're growing prospects, connect with those top 10, whether it's just, connecting on social media, engaging with their content, follow-ups every day, post values and interest groups, events. Events are things like the things we have going on in HHP, whether it's a sneak peek interview on the business, whether it's an opportunity event, maybe it's a free challenge we have for health and wellness, maybe it's a masterclass. We have things going on all the time there. Maybe it's a in-person event that you have scheduled. Your whole goal is to get people plugged into something that you have going on. And then be scheduling 3 to 5 one-on-one meetings per week, whether it is in person or virtual, or on the phone. Like, you got to be talking to people. So a lot of the things that you see on here are going to get you into that situation where you're talking to someone. Okay. So then you just check off what you did each day. And hopefully the goal is that you have a balance throughout the week. And highlight what I suggest on here is pick 3 to 5 non-negotiables, meaning if I don't get to my whole list, assuming maybe you don't a lot of days or some days, what are my non-negotiables that I can commit to every day? Maybe it's a post on social media and sending birthday messages and 2 reach outs. What are your non-negotiables? And commit to those, because consistency is the name of the game. And then as you set your hours, you can be going through the other things on this list. All right, so that was a biggie, and you can print those things if you, like I said, this is view only. So through your keyboard, you can send that document to yourself and then you can print it, okay? Then one of the other things I just wanted to point out that's available on this sheet is the Leader in Action worksheet. So I just want you to know, I assume that there's a lot of very new people on here. Leader in Action worksheet is a wonderful document on the action items that are necessary within your business in order to keep growing. Okay. So, but when you fill it out and there's points you can attain, you actually can qualify to be in leadership pools for additional income once you reach the rank of executive. Okay. So if you're not executive yet, it's not something that you're missing out on extra money from pools, but you probably want to be looking at it so you know what are the actions I need to do to grow my business anyway, right? Because that's the goal for all of us. So when you look at the Leader in Action sheet, I just put the link that Isagenix has right there. The main things that you're doing each month is working on your own. 1 PET means your own personal enrollments each month. Just keep track of how many you have. 2 PET means enrollments from the people you're signing up. So when I enrolled Jennifer, my goal is to get Jennifer to enroll new people. So track the number of people that you're personally enrolled are enrolling. Those are called your 2 PET. Personally enrolled rank advancements. This is each person you enroll that rank advances to consultant or manager or director or 1-star. Okay. And then the last one is active week points. That just means the amount of weeks you were active at your rank. So if you're associate right now, you know, that you don't have to do anything really to maintain associate. It's more of once you're consultant, manager, director, and executive, how many weeks were you get points for staying at that rank and not falling down. So that's what you really want to be tracking. And it explains below it how many points you get. If you're not executive yet, obviously maybe it's not as crucial how many points, but just make sure that you're getting points in every single category. Okay. If you are executive, make sure you read through the requirements. There's a different number of points that you need to qualify for pools depending on what level executive you are. Again, that's at isagenixbusiness.com. And then there's also a tracking sheet below it. So again, a good thing to keep in mind that those are the actions we need to do to grow our business no matter where we're at so far. There are some other tracking sheets on here that I have used in the past and some people have liked that aren't as detailed as that daily tracker, but keep your mind in the game for the basics. So you can look at those. There's just a basic DMO sheet, a power hour sheet, a 60-minute a day sheet that you can be touching your business every day. So whatever you choose, life comes and gets crazy for all of us. You've got to be touching it every day. Find a way you can find those non-negotiables so you aren't checked out for 3 days, 5 days, a week. That's where people fall, right? That's when we see people getting frustrated, is because they just aren't plugged in. Also on here, again, feel free to use any of these trackers. There's a prospect tracker that I use. There is the Penny app. So I talked about that when I first got on the video. The Penny app is it's like a CRM that's sort of like your own. It's a virtual assistant, artificial intelligence virtual assistants. So there's a free version and a paid version. But basically this does help you get organized if you like an online way of doing that. And you can upload your contacts from your social media. It would have to be one at a time. So you might want to just do your prospects that you have right now or certain people you want to be working with. But the cool thing is it will automatically upload your customers and associates from your back office. It will sync them, and then they're always coming on. So anytime you have a new customer, they're automatically put in there. It gives you updates on, you know, when they got, when you need to check in, and you should be doing an open the box talk, when it's been that, whether they got, if they're in the IsaBuddy challenge, a 25-day check-in, if their subscription orders coming up, all of those things. So it is really helpful in customer care. Also gives you notices when you have a new enrollment or someone on your team does as well. So that's something you just download as well, and it's available on desktop and on your phone. And then I think lastly, what I wanted to show you is many of you maybe are already active on social media. Some of you aren't as active. Hopefully you probably have a social media account though. We definitely leverage social media as much as we possibly can in order to reach more people. So we definitely encourage you to be talking to people you see face to face. But I would never have been able to reach, I don't think any of us could have reached our goals this far to a certain point without meeting people outside our warm circle. So social media, we have some tips in there. So I do always highly suggest that you connect, if you've not done anything on social media yet for Isagenix, that you connect with your sponsor or closest upline for maybe what you could put in your stories or what you could put on your Facebook feed or Instagram or whatever you use that might be good to generate interest from your audience. Okay. And I always remind people there's lots of social media information in here because it's not a one-time thing. You're not going to post once or even 5 times and everyone's going to come running. It just takes time and consistency, but it's just one way that we have to work our business. So inside the social media tab, you might get your mind blown if you're new and went to all of these. Okay. But I do want to show you just some resources you can use right away. So when you go to the launch tab, this is a lot of things that are helpful when people are first getting started on the products or with social media. Okay. Depending on how well versed you are with social media. So these are some curiosity post examples. So you can click on those and read them in full and see the examples of the pictures that they used, and then see which one or two feel good to you. And between you and your sponsor, show them a draft and suggestions for pictures or whatever. And then together, when you post it, that person can help you if you have inquiries. Okay. But these are written in a way that tend to get better response than just like posting pictures of our box that came in the mail or all the products sitting on our counter or even a shake. Okay. So they are written intentionally, put it that way. Then when you have inquiries, there's a button that says responding to inquiries. so that way you know what to do. Make sure you tell your sponsor, this is how, you were shown to do it so that they're ready. So for example, we're going to have you open up a three-way chat in Messenger or text once you have some questions so they can help you. So if you ever get overwhelmed in this process, I want to remind you that here's your goal. Generate interest. So listen to people, post things that generate interest and find a need. So once you have someone that's interested or open to learning more, you just need to introduce them to your closest upline leader, which might be your sponsor or someone else. Okay. And these things are generated to help you get to that point as you're getting started. Okay. So responding to inquiries, if you put it, let's just say you put one of those curiosity posts and people are like, what is this? Or I'm interested. This walks you exactly through what you need to do next and what to say and how to customize the message. Okay. And then there are also some story graphics here. Isagenix does have some customized shareable stories. Let me open it. These are some for the 30-day system type products. You don't have to use all of them. You don't even have to use exactly any of these. They are just there so that you have some ideas. Maybe it helps you with your content and you just know it's available. Okay. And then there's a different set of them for the collagen elixir. So I do highly suggest if you use them, you don't only use those, but you also use your real life experiences too. Like some of those graphics might explain the collagen a little better. And maybe first you have a picture of you drinking your collagen and then you follow it up with that because they want to see you. That's what's going to attract them to want to even look at it, is that you're using it. Okay. One other thing I wanted to mention with these, what you'll find is you won't be able to actually save those images directly from the Boards app to your phone. You also won't be able to copy and paste the text and move it somewhere else. Okay. That's because we couldn't make this editable by everyone, or it would get completely messed up, right? And everything would start changing all the time. And even if it was by accident. But also remember, the whole purpose is, for most of these, you're going to be utilizing Messenger. So it will directly use it as replacement text, just like from your keyboard. So if it's something that you want to be able to send to yourself so that you can customize it, then just send it to yourself in Messenger and edit it. Okay. So let me do this as an example of someone, reaching out. Now you'll see we have more folders within folders. So here's a good example, is the weight wellness folder. Okay. That weight wellness folder, you'll soon find out if you haven't already. Our system is PVC 123 for product inquiries. So PVC stands for picture, video, cart. So this says, when someone reaches out to you, hey, Lori, thanks for your inquiry about the system I've been using. You will love it. I am so confident. Take a look at these photos. You're going to be impressed with the results people see. So this is a general idea of how you could respond to someone. If you want to personalize it, by all means, I totally suggest that. I wouldn't go super duper long, but if you have additional questions, whatever, tweak that. Eventually, though, you're going to get to the pictures. Okay. So I can't copy and paste that from here, but I can send it directly in Messenger and edit it there. Then pictures, where do I get those pictures? Well, when you're ready to send the picture, you can either send them this lookbook. So when you open this is a lookbook of a whole bunch of before and afters, okay, from people in Isagenix. You could use that. Or if you have your own pictures, you can send those. Or you can go over here to, I always blip over this. Here it is, body transformations. And here's some for weight loss. We have specifically for men, women, families, and then I made another one that's our team. I like to use, whenever possible, my own pictures, and then also, if you're new, ones from people that I know. And I always tell them these are my teammates. Now, all those pictures from Isagenix are technically your teammates too, because we are all one team. It's not a wrong way to do it. But these pictures are all from people that are on our team. And I do not have, oh, I got to move these collagen ones over to the collagen book. Wasn't quite done with that. I'll finish that after this. But I do want to add, I will be adding even more from our team. So if you see that yours isn't in there and you would love to have yours that people can share, just send it to me and I'll add it. Okay. So you can utilize those. So for example, let's just say, I guess it doesn't matter. I'll go to this one. Let's say I want to use this one. There's the picture. I'm going to touch it and then it's going to copy it and then I can paste it in Messenger. So I'm going to do all that in an example here in a minute. Okay, I'm going to go back to the weight wellness. Then it has step 2. Maybe they're telling you about, whether they're trying to lose weight, they need more energy, and you're like, I can definitely help. I think you'll like what I have to offer because it's convenient, simple, clinically proven, blah, blah, blah. Check out this 3-minute video on what sets our nutrition apart from anything else and why people are getting such great results with our system. If you want to tweak any of that, just remember you can. So when I'm on Facebook, this is how it works. Once you've downloaded the app and you have given it access to your keyboard, I'm just going to talk to myself here in a minute, which isn't a new thing. So see, when I go to my keyboard, I go down here to this globe, which this is possible on, I believe, almost every social media platform, and when you're in messages and on text. So when you click on this globe, it pulls up my boards. Okay, so that top board is Facebook groups, but you'll only have this one board unless you created others for yourself, and it will come up right here. So this is the ISA master board on my phone. I'm in a messenger. Okay, and here they all are. So now I can, when someone asks me, or I'm in a conversation and I'm like, oh, pictures, what do I need? Okay, pictures. So I go to weight wellness, right? Or what do I say again when they respond to me and ask me? Here you go. Now, when I touched that, I touched this, step 1, it automatically put in the message. Now it hasn't sent yet. I can go back in and say, hey, Lori, thanks for your inquiry, blah, blah, blah. If I want to ask a question or change any of that, I can and customize it. All right. So it doesn't need to be exactly. Then when I hit the arrow, it goes through. Then I can go back to whatever's next. Okay. Am I ready to send the pictures? Then I go back over here and maybe I'm going to send the lookbook, or I go back to my own pictures or some team pictures in the other folder and send those. And then they're like, wow, this looks amazing. And you're like, yeah, do you have a few minutes that you can watch a 3-minute video, or you can send this whole verb, send this text. I didn't write it at all, you guys. But remember, it says, I can definitely help. Make sure you make sure you read through it and make sense in your conversation. Then all I do is touch the Isagenix 30-day. This is the video I would use. Okay. It's really that simple. Now, again, if you're very new, do this in a 3-way chat and watch your sponsor or closest upline leader do it a number of times so that you can keep the ball rolling. Otherwise, you're just going to send information. Maybe you send it too fast. Maybe you're not asking questions or getting a time for them to watch it and you don't get response. Okay. And how to follow up and all of those things. So that's just a general example. We have the whole thing laid out in for collagen as well. Other boards we could probably show here. here, let's look at our HHP challenges and master classes. Okay. So those of you who've been around know that we have a very awesome Facebook group with tons of fantastic things that you can invite prospects and current customers to attend, to grow their belief, give them free value, and learn a little bit more about Isagenix. Okay, so here's an example of which one do I want to use? Let's see. Coming up, I don't know when this is going to be seen, but coming up, we have this. Okay, so this is some graphics I can use to learn about the upcoming free challenge happening in the masterclass. So here's all the graphics, and if I want some to use, I can send them to myself and then save it to my phone. Or if I'm talking to someone and I want to invite them, I could say, here, make sure, are you able to come to our upcoming free challenge? And then all I do is touch it and it says copied. Now you can paste. And then I go up in Messenger and paste it. And it says, it gives me one more step so I can double check what I'm actually sending. And then I hit send. Okay. So again, you're going to need to send it to people from your keyboard. You cannot do it. You can't save those to your phone. But if you wanted to save them to your phone, for example, here's some clips that are great for stories, because the rectangle ones are great for story size. Maybe I just want to save those to my phone. So I go to stories and it says copied, and then I hit paste and send, and I do that for all 4 of them. And then I save them to my phone and upload them into stories. So you can get them to your phone. Same thing with text. If there's any of the verbiage you want saved in a different place, you just need to send it to yourself and copy and paste it. Okay. And then, yeah, you can get it to your stories. Okay. So I think that was most of it. This app is going to have so much content in it that is pulled from Isagenix Business. It's pulled from different places, Penny, other locations, Facebook groups, so that ideally, as much as possible, we have a lot of things all in one place. Even if you're like, oh, wait, what's the Zoom code again? And what's the password to get in? I don't have the link. Like, here's the Zoom link for Cindy's call, the Isagenix calls, etc. Content, of course, on other products. What to do when you have a new customer. What's the next steps? I was looking for that one. It's called onboarding. Events that are coming up. So I click on events. I'm like, oh, okay. Why are events important? Oh, okay. It's going to build my belief and build my business. What are the Isagenix events coming up? Okay. I'm going to click here and go to isagenixevents.com. What about ones local to me? Does the team have any events? Like, it's all right there. Oh, okay. I have a new customer. What do I do now? This is actually also in like the weight wellness one after they sign up, if you continue on it, but it's also here as well. And you don't have to do all these things. Again, just take it one step at a time with your sponsor. But if you wanted to, there's daily texts or ideas for texts you can send them. I mean, it's really limitless. So don't get overwhelmed. And like I said, you're going to work with your sponsor one step of the way, each step of the way. But remember, they have tools, and these tools are going to be passed along and available to you as well. I think that's everything that I have for you now. But have fun with it. Don't get overly consumed in the board's hole, but know there's a lot there for you. And keep the main thing. And the main thing is doing those daily methods of operation and generating interest, and, staying plugged in, working with your sponsor and talking to people and sharing information to help them reach their goals with Isagenix. If you have any questions about any of this, or for some of you, there's resources that we need to add in there, don't hesitate to reach out to me, and have a good night.